Hey everyone, Daniel here from Arito. I'm really excited to talk about a new capability that we're releasing and we have been working on recently. So, up until today, Arito has relied on a one directional flow of information. Information has been flowing from different data sources like files, business applications, data warehouses, obviously, into Arito, and Arito has allowed the user to perform analysis on this data and create insights. Today, we are basically going to close the loop and kind of write back into those data sources. So, if until today we had a flow from data to insights, now we are adding from insights to actions and to automation. Automation obviously can be writing back into business applications or files or even data warehouses. And we want to show you that today. So let's say I have a space, and this space I have different files and different obviously data sources. I'll start by just going to look at my files. I'm going to open my files here, and I have a budget file, an Excel budget file that I'm going to open in the editor. I'm going to see basically how this file is structured. It has different tabs like every budget file do. And let's say I want to add a new tab with information on my top accounts. So I'm going to ask Arito first, hey, what are the top 20 accounts by the ARR? Just for me to make sure that that's what I actually want. So Arito is going to, through its reasoning phase, and once it's done, it's going to show me my top 20 accounts in kind of a table. All right, so here is the list. Here's the table of my top 20 accounts by MRR, and I look at it, and yeah, it looks good to me. Next, I'm going to add a new superpower that we just introduced, automation. And with automations, Arito basically performs a certain task automatically and kind of creates an automation for the user based on what user asks for. Here, I'm going to ask for creating an automation that inserts this table, the top 20 account table, into my budget file and kind of maintain it over time, which means that that's going to be kind of a living and breathing table that if the top 20 account changes, it's going to change automatically in my Excel file. So we're kind of transforming that Excel file into actually kind of a semi dashboard. So Arito is kind of confirming that understood what I want from it. It's asking me to give that new sheet a name. I'm going to say, okay, top accounts is a good name for that new sheet in that file. And then Arito is going to basically create an overview of this automation for me to review before kind of approving. I can go over the name of the automation, the description, and say, okay, yeah, that looks good to me. Let's save that automation. In fact, the automations are kind of objects in Arito. You can have many automations, and we have created a dedicated page where you can view all your automations in all together. So I'm going to click that automation page, and here I can see that I already have one that has been created by Michael in this case. And once I see, okay, this is my automation, I can just actually go and say, let's see that file, see how it looks like right now. Here, I open the file again. I can just go through my tabs real quick, say, okay, yeah, here is the top account. That's the file that Arito that created for me, and it's going to maintain that list all the time, which again, if deals change or a new high value deal is added, it's going to automatically be added to this sheet, which is very, very powerful. Now let's try to show how that's going to work when it comes to Salesforce. Let's say I have an account executive called Durek, and he's been on vacation, and we all know how messy and how incomplete CRM data can be, mostly because they rely on the human factor for updating. And in this case, let's say Durek is an excellent employee, but he's been on vacation, and maybe because of that, he has forgotten to update the accounts and the opportunities on its name that are actually now closed won. And I'm going to ask Arito, hey, can you show me all these accounts that are not marked as closed won yet. There are still opportunities, but they already have invoices in NetSuite, which kind of hints that they're probably already closed won. Because if that is the case, I obviously want to go and mark them in Salesforce as closed won and kind of have that CRM hygiene that everybody's really seeking. All right, so let's get Arito some time to go over and find the list of those accounts that kind of meet these criteria. All right, I have my list here, and seems like Arito has found only one open opportunity that has already invoices. And yeah, I'm going to ask Arito, hey, can you mark this as closed won in Salesforce? Which is kind of writing back into Salesforce and kind of marking that account as a closed won. So before that, Arito kind of want to make sure that this is what I want to do. So first, let's go into Salesforce and see that account. Yeah, it seems like it's in negotiation phase yet. Obviously, we want to mark it as closed won, and we're going to show you how we can do that easily via Arito. So, okay, approve, please change that to closed won for me, and Arito actually gives me an approval that, yeah, it has been done. So if I go back here to Salesforce and refresh, we can see that, yes, it has been marked as closed won. So this is really powerful, but obviously it's even more powerful if we go and create an automation for this to kind of go over all my accounts and do that all the time. So now I'm going to create an automation to let Arito handle that for me next time such thing happens. So say, hey, can we set an automation that changes all sales for opportunities to close won when we know that we have invoiced those kind of customers, which means that they're already our active customers. So Arito is going to now create that automation for me. We're going to wait until it kind of goes through that process. All right, so Arito shows me that there are actually two other open sales opportunities that kind of meet this criteria, and say, okay, yeah, this looks good. That's exactly what I wanted. And let's create an automation that kind of does this every time kind of this happens, not just a one-time thing. All right, let's let Arito kind of complete that phase. Now Arito is going to ask me for some guardrails. Do I want to be in the loop or do I want to be automatic, which is very important. I'm obviously from security perspective. In this case, I'm going to choose automatic because for the example, I just don't want to be in the loop. I want to let Arito to handle this for me. And in fact, we have allowed Arito to provide additional guardrails for the user. So Arito can offer some guardrails. You can choose all of them, or you can even add your own kind of guardrails that you think that they're important for Arito to kind of handle before doing these automations. And once we are approved by the type of guardrails that we want Arito to perform, Arito is going to actually finalize the creation of that automation for me. Here it is. We have this opportunity as an automation, and we know Arito is going to handle that marking and cleaning the Salesforce for me in this case, and marking all the opportunities that have invoices as closed won. Now, if I go back again to my automation, I can see now I have two automations. The first one was for the Excel file, and the second one that has been added is for the ones for Salesforce. And now the beautiful thing here is that I can also have a view of all the edits that I have done, both the ones that has been kind of recurring and also the ones that has been kind of one time that I did kind of manually. And every future edit is going to be here in this edit log, which is obviously for the audit trail is very important. And to kind of close the loop, let's go back to the Excel file that we showed initially. And here, the beautiful thing is, if you remember that top 20 accounts that we have, all of a sudden we have new accounts here added. The Axon that we just marked closed won automatically has been added to this table as well, which means kind of we have in fact two automations working hand in hand in tandem to kind of create this beautiful capability for the users. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the demo. Talk soon.